as soon as the sun came out, I said, it's done.
And for stranger, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning. What a beautiful day. Currently on my way, run a couple errands around the city, and gonna walk through Bellwoods. First day of summer. Feels like it's here. We're back, I guess.
So, what is Trinity Bellwoods anyways, and why is it so popular? Located in the west end of Toronto, Trinity Bellwoods, or Bellwoods as it's commonly known, is 38 acres, has a community centre, a large ravine referred to as the Dog Bowl, a volleyball court, large playground, children's outdoor wading pool, 8 tennis courts, an outdoor ice skating rink, 3 softball fields, and plenty of field space for soccer, football, and rugby. Not to mention the various farmers markets, live theatre, drum circles, art crawls, and festivals that the park hosts throughout the year, including even an anarchist book fair.
Couldn't hang around there much longer. It was nice to see a lot of people and a lot of familiar faces, but I just didn't feel in good conscience that I could just hang around there. There's basically zero social distancing, so I could said my highs, said my goodbyes, peaced out.
Now back to our current reality. For the most part, we've been doing pretty good as a city and country. The display of crowds we all saw on Saturday, May 23rd, however, was an anomaly. And I believe it's more important to understand why and how it happened than to point fingers and play the blame game. The last thing I think we want this turning into is an us versus them issue. All we need to do is take a look at our neighbors down south to see what that can lead to. Now, I've been living in the Trinity Bellwoods neighborhood on and off for the past 10 years. And I personally know people that come all the way from Markham to Hamilton to hang out over here. And on that day, it felt like a big chunk of Toronto was either at Bellwoods or Cherry Beach. I also drove around, and a lot of the other parks and spaces were pretty empty.
Huge difference from yesterday. You can see I've counted around 16 cops so far just patrolling. You can see them on horseback, in the back over here, even behind me. And all precautions are being taken. And the CN Tower, obviously, because we're in Toronto. Police coming up here on bikes, making sure everybody's social distancing. Not a lot of people in here in the park today. Yesterday was basically a shit show. Made the national and international news. Ruffled a lot of feathers. I'm sure a mayor of our city got a call saying, what the hell is going on here? I've seen 3 cop cars parked outside, cops patrolling all over the park, and also there's this as well. They've rounded up all picnic tables. Check this out. Basically sending a strong message saying, nope, you're not chilling here. You're not chilling here. Dog park empty. Basically everybody is like, okay. In a way, it almost feels like we've skipped spring altogether since we've been sheltering indoors since March. Winter, and then suddenly it's summer.
Now let's take a look back at the history of Trinity Bellwoods and find out how it became the park that it is today. The park was created circa 1900 and was said to be referred to as Bellwoods Park based on the 1903 Godes map, which is based on a nearby street called Bellwoods Avenue, and is believed to be attributed to a former alderman, William Bell, who served in the British Army from 1881 to 1883. Also, the park grounds used to be home to Trinity College, which was established in 1852. But upon the completion of the downtown Trinity campus in 1925, the school left its location in the middle of the park. Unfortunately, though, the original Trinity buildings were sold to the City of Toronto and most were demolished in the early 1950s. Bellwoods is also the home to the cutest Toronto urban legend known as the White Squirrel. Some have claimed to have spotted more than one of these extremely rare true albino squirrels that have pink eyes. Honestly though, this rare little guy deserves an episode of his own.
Guten Morgen, Minasama. On my way, Trinity Bellwoods, 6:21 a.m. Going to see the social distancing circles that they were painting yesterday all over the park, which I think is a great thing. Product placement, Perrier.
The naturally sparkling thirst quencher for good, healthy reasons. Perrier.
It's refreshing, it's natural, and it doesn't have one single calorie.
Imported Perrier.
You know, I often wonder if the park is ever going to be the same again.
Be the same again. Be the same again. Be the same again.
Good morning from Trinity Bellwoods. It's Sunday, May 31st. It's been almost a week since the park debacle and the huge display of crowds on Saturday, May 23rd. A lot has changed since then. We've got social distancing circles all around the park over here.
When the province announces that the parks are open and that people are free to enjoy them as long as they maintain proper social distancing, we should expect people to do just that. And before we collectively rage against these so-called hipsters that crowded the park that day, I believe it's important to remember that a lot of people in this city live in shared spaces and tight condos. People have lost their jobs and income and can't see family members and friends. Not everyone in this city has the privilege of a nice house and backyard, or the luxury of escaping to a cottage whenever they feel like it. But to be equally as clear, make no doubt about it, when the province says the parks are open, people will come, and popular parks will naturally get a lot of people, and Bellwoods is as popular as they come. And despite the best efforts to maintain social distancing, when there's crowds, it'll make it nearly impossible to do so properly. Overcoming this pandemic is going to be a long haul journey. And the only way we're going to get through it is together. Because it's going to require a lot of effort, both collectively and individually. We need to be mindful of each other's needs and sensitive to the struggles that each and every one of us go through from day to day. Maintaining good hygiene standards and social distancing and mental health. It's really important that we look out for each other and be mindful of all the different problems that we have to endure to get through this. From Trinity Bellwoods, I wish you guys all the best, and let's get through this.